Central Ohio Mexican restaurant after a customer left a hateful message on a receipt instead of a tip.
What do you get when you mix a bigot MAGA supporter with a public crash out? Fired. At least if you're Stephanie here, who left a horribly backwards message to her server. She's not only one of those assholes who leaves a message instead of a tip, but she's also a complete anti-immigrant bigot. But I suppose at this point, anybody still supporting Trump is. Before we dive into it, like the video if you're liking the video, and double check that you're subscribed.
The message referred to the rising tensions nationwide surrounding immigration. A server at the restaurant posted a photo of the receipt on social media, and in less than 24 hours, it has gone viral.
There have been massive pro-immigrant, anti-ICE protests pretty much since Trump took office. And while he's been deporting less people than Obama and Biden did, a fact that seems to frustrate him to no end, this trend is mostly attributed to Trump shutting down access to immigration, as well as his general anti-immigrant rhetoric. It seems like less and less people generally want to come here. And Trump's recent poll numbers, which slightly improved, was due mostly to his immigration policy, which it's sad to say a lot of Americans agreed with. According to this polling, a majority, 54%, approve of Trump's handling of immigration. That poll also found 59% approving of the Trump administration's program to find and deport illegal immigrants. So clearly, anti-immigrant sentiment is on the rise, and that's usually what bigots mean when they say America first. Speaking of bigots, meet our candidate for today's Wheel of Fafo.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there.
This is Stephanie Lovins, who on March 2nd was dining at Cazuela's Mexican Cantina in Columbus, Ohio, when she left a message for Ricardo, a U.S. citizen who was serving her. In the signature section of her receipt, Lovins wrote, "I hope Trump deports you," followed by 0, "you suck," as you can see right here. She even wrote the number out in words right here so he couldn't like change the number or something. And I don't know if she did this or if the waiter did this to try to like not dox her, but she crossed out her name here, which didn't really help in the long run.
The tip says 0, "you suck," wrote out the total, and "I hope Trump deports you." They then scribbled out their name at the bottom, thinking they covered their ass. Unfortunately, there's more than one copy of the receipt, and your name's on that copy as well.
A restaurant employee who found the receipt shared a photo on social media, and it quickly went viral, provoking widespread condemnation and calls for Lovin's termination. "It's just not right," Fabio Oribo, the head of marketing at Cazuela's, told NBC4. Yeah, I'm sure the head of marketing for this restaurant's having a great time right now.
This is a place for love and, just being relaxed and having good times.
The servers at Cazuela's Mexican Cantina on East Broad Street tell me they love their job and they love serving people. They say Sunday afternoon they were doing just that.
Apparently this lady came in and Ricardo, who is a great person, was taking care of her. He said he only works here one day a week, which is Sunday. He has 2 jobs.
The day after the woman and her family left, they found this on the table, a receipt, but instead of the tip, the woman wrote this hateful message.
It's just not right. It's just not right. He's a really good person, and like I said, we all here come here every day to do our job, which is serve people and make them have a good time.
Another employee took a picture of that receipt and posted it on social media later that day. It's gone viral, getting more than 8,000 likes in less than 24 hours.
And what's maybe most hilarious is her trying to squirm away from the consequences and get around the finding out part of the chart. Sorry, Stephanie, doesn't quite work like that. Lovins initially denied any involvement, claiming on social media that her credit card had been lost or stolen and someone else had used it. "My credit card was lost, stolen, and someone attempted to use it. Thanks for the notifications. This has been reported through my bank," she wrote on Facebook. She also wrote the same thing on LinkedIn. The woman's social media account has since been deleted. Look at this message. Yeah, right, girl. Somebody screenshotted this 39 minutes after you posted it. They were already on her ass. They screenshotted the one on LinkedIn only an hour after she posted it. This is like in middle school when you send a message to your crush that you like them and then get all embarrassed and act like somebody else actually sent it. And of course this dumb little lie didn't work. However, this was discovered to be a false statement after the restaurant reviewed CCTV footage and confirmed that she was inside the restaurant, leading to her termination. It's not like she made it hard for people to find her and then therefore find her employer, Century 21. And after Century 21 was, I'm sure, bombarded with messages, they said this: Thank you for bringing this to our attention. The Century 21 brand does not condone acts of discrimination and is taking this situation seriously. We have looked into it, and the agent in question is no longer affiliated with the brand. Oof, it looks like she's the one who got deported. And seeing as how Stephanie is now hawking her stuff in order to get some cash, I'm sure she would have rather just given Ricardo a tip, instead of getting mad that there are Mexican people working at the Mexican restaurant. But I get the feeling that Stephanie is just going to blame the restaurant for getting her in trouble, despite undocumented immigrants paying almost $100 billion in taxes a year, and the fact that immigrants are significantly less likely to commit crimes than US-born citizens. Bigots will continue to blame immigrants for all of their problems. Here's Jasmine Crockett from Just Today laying out how ridiculous this fear-mongering of immigrants really is.
To touch on something, because I know that many of you prepared for today's hearing by making sure that you got a little bit of information about immigrants and crime in your cities. Let me ask each of the mayors, just yes or no, have any of you been made aware of any immigrant that has had 34 felony convictions that has still been able to roam around in your cities? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
34 felony convictions.
No,
from the
Congresswoman.
immigrants. Anybody?
I'm not aware.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious because we are so concerned about crime, and I know that my Republican colleagues would never want anybody with 34 felony convictions roaming around because that could be a danger to the community, but I will move on.
That's exactly right, and bigots like Stephanie would rather deport immigrants while keeping the deranged jelly roll who has 34 criminal convictions in the highest office in the land.
Anna, you spoke with employees today about what happened here?
Yeah, I did, Jared, and it really made them emotional, and they say it caught them by surprise. The employees at Casuela's on East Broad Street say something else that's surprising them is how much support they're getting from the public.
We never expected that to go that viral or having that reactions. Thankfully, all the community has been really supportive.
The employees say people are already planning to come in next Sunday when Ricardo works and make the day special for him.
This is a space for being inclusive, and there's no space for hate inside Casuelas.
The employees say they hope some good will come out of sharing this story.
Just be happy, or try to be happy, and if you're not, don't try to mess over other people's life or trying to be hateful. It's just not right.
The woman's name was left on the receipt, and a lot of people have been tagging her in the social media post. She was a realtor in Columbus. Today we heard from that woman's employer, and they say she no longer works for the company.
I'm just glad that we still get these little stories of justice, even in Trump's America. I'm Tony Hinderman with Really American, and I'll catch you next time.